What's up guys, I hope you guys are doing good. My name is Lalit and I create cinematic videos. So guys, today I'll be breaking down the editing process of my recent video which I uploaded on Instagram. And before starting with the video, I'll show you the video with the timeline. So watch this video with the timeline. So I'll give you the basic idea how this video was shot. So this video was shot using iPhone and I used Osmo Mobile 2 for the stabilization. And yes, it was shot at 7 different locations which went according to the story, and it took 3 days to shoot because of the rain and the distance between the location was pretty big. So coming back to the video, I'll show you how I start my editing process. So the very first step is to import your music. Now you have to select your music properly which goes to the story. Now you can find copyright music on the YouTube itself, or you can go to the YouTube studio and you can find number of sound effects as well as music which goes with your video, and you can select from here and you can simply download by clicking over here. So this was just the first step. Now the second step is to start uploading your video files. You can see I've imported number of video files over here. The blue part are my video files. Don't focus on this green portion down here. This is just the sound designing. I give more time to the sound design which I'll be discussing later to this video. So you can see these are all my video files, and this green part are basically the nested sequences. Now what are nested sequences? So I'll give you an example. Like if you're going to the shopping market and you have to buy number of things. So what you will do, you will just take a carry bag and you will put those things inside the carry bag. So you can carry number of things together. So basically nested sequence carries number of video files or whatever the effects you have applied to the video. Now why nesting is important, I'll show you it. So like for example, I take this video and if I slow it down by 50%, and now if I have to stable this footage, so what I'll do is I'll go to the effect and I'll search for warp stabilizer and I'll drag and drop it over here. So now you can see warp stabilizer and speed can't be used on the same clip. This happened because I've already slowed down the video and I'm applying the warp stabilizer on the video itself, so it won't work together. So what I'll do, I'll just press Ctrl and Z so that I'll go one step behind, and what I'll do is I'll just nest the sequence and then I'll apply warp stabilizer. So now you can see it's working. So basically nesting is very important if you're stabilizing, if you're applying warp stabilizer, and also for the number of purposes which I'll be discussing later. So now I'll start with the very first footage. So what I did, I start with this building shot which is basically the simple shot. Now guys, I use speed ramping a lot. You can see I've used the speed ramping transition. Speed ramping transition is basically fast to slow and slow to fast effect to your video. I'll show you how to do it. So what you have to do is basically you have to go to this green portion present over here. You have to right click and you have to go to time remapping and you have to click on speed, which I've already done over here. So then you have to press P on your keyboard, which will take you to the pen tool, and what you can do is you can just click it over here and you can press V again to convert it into the arrow, and you can expand it. You can just increase this portion, or if you want to decrease, if you want to slow it down, you can just slow it down by dragging down, and if you want to make the footage fast, you can just turn it up. So it will give that smooth fast to slow effect, you can see. So this is how speed ramping is done. So I use speed ramping a lot basically because it gives a smooth motion to your video and it keep your videos fluid without the hard cuts. So these are just basically the videos which I've placed in order which went through my story. I'll basically make a different video on this transition. So guys, this transition doesn't require any further presets or effects. You just have to use your camera. You can do it in your camera itself. Then you have to just place the videos properly and you can simply make that transition. Now next video is gonna be on this transition only, so I hope you guys subscribe to the channel so that whenever I upload my video, you are the first person to get to know. Now coming back to the video, Here comes the most tricky part. Now guys, you have to keep in mind that you have to shoot, like if you want to make this kind of transition, you have to shoot in the similar direction on in the both of the shots. Like if I'm moving from left to right, then obviously you have to move from left to right on the second shot as well. So what you have to do is you just have to mask out the tree. Now I'll show you how I did this. Now this portion is where the transition occurs. So what I'll do, I'll just go to this mask. And you can see I've made a mask over here which enters the second part of the video inside. So I've used the similar direction formula for this kind of transition. So you can see this is my mask over here. So yeah, this is very simple, and if you want to know the in-depth tutorial of this, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll show you how it's done. Now again, I've done a masking transition over here as well, where I'm entering the second footage again inside. Again the masking transition. I'm just following his hands and the camera, and if you want to know the in-depth tutorial of how to shoot B-roll, let me know in the comment section. So I'll come up with a video on how to shoot a B-roll properly, and I'll show you the camera angles which are used for this kind of videos. So this was the fast portion of the music, where what I did, I used number of fast cuts, and what I did, I just scaled them out, and now you can see this is the 102 and I'm scaling it down inside, which will give the smooth zooming in effect. So I'll show you again. So now what I've done over here is I've just add a freeze frame. This is just an image where I've scaled in towards the sun, and I've just transitioned it with the headlight. Now you can see this is the rough cut over here. Now next part is color grading. So what I do is I just make an adjustment layer. Now you can see I've applied it till the end. Like this is my adjustment layer, and I've applied it till the end. Now what I'll do is I'll just go to this Lumetri colors. I'll just go to this creative, and here where you can see look. Now what you can do is you can import your LUTs, but I've already imported my LUTs over here, which have applied to all of the videos. Now you can see that this is how I color grade my videos. And if you want the LUT, you can find on the YouTube for free. You can find number of LUTs on the YouTube for free. Now if I have to adjust the basic corrections of the video, so what I'll do is I'll just go to the single video over here, like for example this video, and what I'll do is I'll go to the basic correction, and you can see you can adjust number of exposure and highlights in this. Next is the sound design. So guys, sound design is basically, imagine yourself if you are present at that location, and what are the possible sound that you will be able to hear. Like if I am standing over here, I'll be able to hear number of birds chirping around, or the guy walking, the footsteps, and number of things which I can imagine. If you want the in-depth tutorial for the sound design, do mention in the comment section so I can come up with number of videos. So this is it guys. I hope you guys like the video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button, and please subscribe to the channel so that whenever I come up with the next video, you are the first person to get to know. Thank you so much.